30 minutes. Distance 4.32 kilometers. Average pace 6 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
Hey YouTube, so it's Joe. Just got done with my interval training. 1 minute fast, 1 minute slow. 1 minute fast, 1 minute slow. I found it a lot better for my overall well-being, for my consistency. And since yesterday, where I put up the opportunistic point of view, I think it's necessary to put up another point of view of something different. And this is something I've found to be true when it comes to hustling. And welcome to a spot of Joe. Blah 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 blah. In the future, I'm gonna have some cool, like, really intro there. Really cool intro. It's like, a spot of Joe, wisdom of life. Wah! But right now, I don't have that, so I'm just gonna say what I just said in this, the sound effects. That would be really funny though. I'm gonna make something like that. So, what I have for you today is a little bit of point of view of hustling. And by hustling, I mean working hard towards your goals. And I want to say, from an entrepreneur, why you shouldn't hustle, and why Bruce Lee doesn't hustle, and why, well, Arnold Schwarzenegger hustles. Who else doesn't hustle? Einstein didn't hustle. And I don't think Tai Lopez hustles. Well, no, he does. Anyway, why you shouldn't hustle? Because they're all wrong. You shouldn't hustle because it's bad for you. And it's bad for your goals. And I'm going to explain why. And I think a lot of it is rooted in the meaning of hustle. Now, people are using it willy-nilly, and it's not really supposed to be used willy-nilly. Hustle is you working so hard that you're not having time for yourself. That's just how it is. You're not having time for yourself. You're not having time to recuperate your energy. You're just working, working, working. That's what hustling means. And here's why that's bad. You're going to burn yourself out. And if you don't burn yourself out, you're not going to enjoy the journey. Because the definition of hustle is baked in the fact that you're just working and tiring yourself out. Now that's fine if you enjoy it, but that's not the connotation of hustle. Hustle does not mean you enjoy it. See, when you work, the key, and you have to be adaptable still, but the key is to make it a habit. You need to make sure that your hustle includes and appreciates the fact that you're a human being and you're seeking to enjoy your life, not just work it away, right? It's more of a Euclidean approach, a sustainable Euclidean approach. See, if you enjoy the work you're doing and you do it in a way that helps you out, then in the end, you're still working, but you're also enjoying yourself, and it's sustainable because the work that you do gives you the sustainability you need. And people, a lot of the time, separate the two. They separate work, enjoyment, and it shouldn't be that way. And also, there's a thing that I like the name that Tim Ferriss.
Workout complete.
Thanks, Runkeeper. She updated her voice, and I think it's a lot more sexy this way. So, I'm happy to be in your presence, Runkeeper girl. But I'll retrace my steps. When it comes to hustling, you want to make sure you're helping yourself. That's the end of the deal. If you're not helping yourself, you're not helping your goals, you're just working for nothing. And as Tim Ferriss very well put it, don't ever do work for work's sake. That's your death. That's your socially acceptable death. It's when you're working because you think you should be working because you're helping society. But in reality, well, I mean, we need workers because we need to help people's visions. But at the same time, you're polluting the world with energy that's not your purpose. And so I speak to the people who are obviously motivated enough to build their own dreams.
Time 35 minutes. Distance 4.74 kilometers. Average pace 7 minutes 23 seconds per kilometer.
Thanks, Runkeeper Girl. But yeah, then you speak to creating your own thing instead of needing to fill somebody else's view. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely love people who work because, of course, I will need them in the future once my views get too big for one person to work for. But I will be compensating them, and that's the thing. I'm a little torn up about this because at the same time as I wish that more people would go through with their passions, I also understand the need for workers. So, you know, if you want to be more of a skilled person, a skilled worker, I'm starting to realize that that's an okay thing. It's not so black and white like I've thought in my own mind. And as you can see, my opinions are developing as I speak about them, which I think is something super cool because a lot of people try to pretend that their opinions are their opinions and they're never going to change. They like to pretend that there's nothing new about them, that they've always been there, they've always believed that, and it's just bullshit. And the thing is, you're trying to make yourself appear more sure than you really are. And I think that's super dumb. Like, why would I want to show myself as somebody who I'm not? I'm happy with who I am, even if who I am isn't a finished product. Actually, especially if who I am isn't a finished product. Nobody wants to help a polished stone become polished. They want to help a rough stone to become smooth. So if you portray yourself as a polished stone, you're only going to get the people who you force to work with you or who believe in your vision. But even so, that vision isn't finished. And so they're still being attracted to imperfection to make it perfection. And that's what people don't understand, is that perfection doesn't attract people. Vulnerability does. And until you understand that, you're going to get frustrated trying to portray yourself in a more perfect manner, in a more attractive manner to somebody else, when in reality, the imperfection is what attracts people. As long as it's not weakness. Like, you can't be like, oh, come meet me and help me. Like, that's not attractive, and that just signals to somebody that you're going to be a drain on them. People don't want that. But if you signal to somebody that you're not perfect and that you don't care what they think, and that you're just going to be yourself and you're going to develop as usual, then people want to help that person, and people want to be around you. You know, so today, think about your passion. Today, think about how you're going to create more compassion for yourself in your work and your life, and how to integrate your enjoyment and your life together. And one last thing, a great quote by Bruce Lee, and this is why I said he doesn't hustle. A great quote by Bruce Lee is, "I fear not the person who practiced 1,000 kicks in one day. I fear the person who practiced one kick for 1,000 days in a row." See, Bruce Lee doesn't hustle. What he does is he takes the techniques and puts them in his life in a sustainable and efficient way. And that is what I wish for you, my friends. Tune in next time for a spot of Joe and listen to me downloading the insides of my mind into yours. Ta-da!